Anyone who has ever lost weight or tried to knows it can be a struggle, and it's a whole new level when you're in the public eye. That's why actress Sara Rue has decided to help herself and others on this journey to lose weight. She joins me now along with Dr. Holly Wyatt, who has appeared on the show Extreme Weight Loss. Ladies, thanks for being with me.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Sara, can you start by just sharing with us a little about your experience with weight gain and weight loss, kind of what you went through?
Sure. I, like most women in America, have struggled on and off with my weight my whole life, actually. And there was a point years back where I just decided I wanted to make a change, that I was done. And there was this image I had of where I wanted to be, both mentally and physically. And I decided to go after it. You know, I decided to care enough about myself to start making some basic lifestyle changes. And I also had a really great support system. My boyfriend at the time, who is now my husband, because he was just that great. And I was lucky to have him. And I made some permanent changes, which I'm now, you know, keeping up and working hard for, because I have a 2-year-old daughter and I want to be a good role model for her.
Well, tell us about your involvement in this new campaign then. It's called Resolve Now, Stay Ahead of the Curve.
Yes, so this is a campaign that we partnered with Takeda on. Like you said, Resolve Now, Stay Ahead of the Curve, and it is an awareness campaign to talk about the severity of the obesity epidemic that's going on in this country. And we just want women to, if they want to make a change, to know that they can, and that they can take action now as opposed to waiting through all the holidays, and they can achieve their goals by talking to their doctor, making some lifestyle changes, getting active.
And that's why we will go to Dr. Wyatt now. What are some of the biggest health concerns you have that you can just share with us associated with people who are obese or even being just overweight?
Yeah, overweight or obese, we know that it increases the likelihood of things like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, even certain cancers. So, you know, weight is really a medical condition, and that's really what I like about this campaign, is it really encourages you to go see your doctor. And that's where I think you can get your first step. You can really get on the right path, is to make this a medical disease, a medical condition, and go and get help from your physician.
Yeah, I think the mistake some of us make, or I have in the past, is you think your doctor's like, oh, they're so smart and they're so busy and they don't have time and I won't bother them with this. But this isn't a bother to them. Like, their job is to make sure you are healthy and to keep you that way. So I think doctors want to talk to you about this. I think they're excited when you bring it up to them.
Absolutely. I mean, we treat the diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol. We treat all the complications.
Yeah.
We want to help treat the weight. It just makes sense.
So, Dr. Wyatt, what are some things that women can do today, really, to kind of get on that journey and start losing weight?
You know, there's a whole kind of host, I always call it a toolbox. There's lots of things you can do. You know, Sara talks about small changes and some of the things she did that I think are a great place to start. But it really is kind of about matching what you can do, what you're willing to do, with what you need to do. And that's when I think that physician can step up and help. But things like conscious eating, keeping a food log, just moving more, they're great places to start, along, I think, with, you know, making that appointment to see your doc.
Yeah, or you can go to iresolvenow.com, which is the website that's associated with our campaign, and you can see more about my story, get some tips from Dr. Wyatt. You can enter your story in a contest to win some prizes. It's a nice place to start if you're feeling a little intimidated by all of it, just to type some words into your web browser and go from there.
All right, sounds perfect. So iresolvenow.com is the website for that, correct?
Yes.
All right, I want to thank you ladies for being with me.